Sorry, before now, how many or do we have registered members in MMA already? If you're registered, just raise up your hand. Alright, we have registered members and we have members that are not registered. It's good. And I don't know people that are registered if actually explain in detail what MMM is all about. But if you didn't get that information, I think you're in the right place because we try as much as possible today. The full meaning of that word is Mavrudi Mondial Movement. The Mavrudi there is coming from the founder or the pioneer of MMM, Sajid Mavrudi. He actually came up with this laudable idea that most of us are enjoying today. MMM is a global community of financial aid and donation exchange. It's a community of ordinary people selflessly helping each other. It's a social network that connects the world who wants to donate money, provide help. See, whenever you see this word PH, it actually means provide help. It connects the one who wants to donate money, PH, with the one who wants to get money, GH. Get money, GH. Next. Who are we? We're a community that is established on the principle of power of giving. We're helping people to become financially free. We are the first sprouts of something new, a modern soulness, a ruthless world of greed, and harsh cash coming together to free people financially. We're the largest donation exchange network in the world with over 200 members nationwide. Existing in 118 countries and still growing. In MMM, there's no central account. We will not collect the money. Peer-to-peer system, where participants transfer money directly to each other. In 1994, MMM held 1/3 of the entire cash in Russia. Now, before I actually go further to roll out this slide, I want to give you a preamble why this program MMM is very important. Now, each and every one of us needs something. We all need something at a particular time. You might want to, start up a business. Another person might want to, pay his rent. Another person might want to do something with money. And we all know that money is very scarce, such that you have to work tirelessly to get money. And in trying to solve your problem, it might require you to go to the bank to borrow money sometimes. And if you go to the bank to borrow money, the bank will help you, give you money. But it's not for free. Something is attached to it. And that attachment is called interest. They might give you probably a loan in 100,000 naira and say you're going to pay with 20% interest. So you calculate your 20% interest or 30% interest of 100K, which is like 30K. I'm giving an instance, I don't know. Or 30% interest, we can use to 30% now, so I can off in my head calculate anything 30%. So 30% interest of 100,000 naira is 30,000. So when you are returning this money back, you are returning 130,000. Now the bank has provided an assistance, they've helped you. But they are the one getting that reward for helping you. And some people might struggle to pay that debt because it has a fixed time. It might be annual, it might just be for 1 year. And at the end of that 1 year, if you fail to complete your payments, it starts counting. Maybe every month they add a particular fixed amount in terms of percentage on that amount. Do you understand me? So you see that people are actually struggling to help themselves. But MMM is trying to discourage that idea. It wants you to take responsibility for helping somebody. In the sense that when you help somebody, you yourself get a reward for helping that person. Because the bank itself that are helping people are using your money. You go to the bank, you put your money in the bank, even if it's fixed deposits. You put the money in the bank, and they say they're going to pay you 10% interest on that money. And once you finalize with them, that money leaves your account. You don't see it inside that account anymore. That same money, Mr. A or Mr. B goes in to borrow that money. The bank takes that money and gives to that person with 30%. Are you seeing it? With 30%. And you pay at the end of the month or at the end of the year When you want to collect your, the banks give you your money with your 10% and take 20%, which means they are all trading with our money. So, with this concept, MMM said, okay, fine, why don't we all come up together? Come together, let's just form an entity called Triple M, where we will help each other. We just stay in a queue. Everybody just stay in the queue, like this. We pledge to support someone with any amount that you can afford. 20, 30, 50,000, just like that. Once this person, it gets to this person's turn, you take from this person 30%, you give to the person. The person is very excited that at least he has gotten help. He takes his interest and puts in his pocket. The capital, he pledges again. So as he's pledging again, he is joining the queue from behind. Do you understand me? It goes to another person's turn. Once it gets to your turn, they take from the next person, they give to you. You take your profit, obviously you're very happy. You take your interest and put it in your pocket, you pledge again. So as you're pledging again, you're joining the queue from behind. So it's just like a revolving circle. It's a vicious circle, turn by turn. And mind you, as you're very excited that you've gotten your money, definitely you will be willing to tell one or two people about Triple M. And that is where the sustainability of this system lies. It lies with the people. Because if it gets to your turn and there's nobody to pay you, obviously you can't get your money. You understand? So that is where the emphasis on inviting people comes in. MMM is not a networking business where you bring people to go to the next level, to go to the next level, to go to the next level. It's nothing like that. Why we actually take time to explain these things is because the sustainability of the system lies with the people. You and I. If you take your money and go away, another person takes your money and go away. Moreover, the third person was the person that provided her for the two of you. When it gets to our turn, how is she going to get her money? It's a very big system. So I think I've tried to give you a general preamble of how, or the ideology about MMM. Why MMM seeks to bring people together. So when you're telling somebody to join MMM, you're not telling the person just for the purpose of getting a reward or a bonus for bringing that person. You're bringing the person in so that the system can be sustained. Are we following? All right. The history of MMM. Now, the founder, the pioneer of MMM, the name is Sergey Mavrodi. He's the founder and leader of MMM. Born in Russia, and this is the age 1955. He was a mathematician, or he is too, because he's still alive. He's a mathematician and a programmer. Started MMM Cooperative in 1989. Became a joint stock company in 1994. Became deputy of the Russian Parliament, and he was arrested in 2003 and jailed in 2007. Now, a lot of people will be wondering, this guy that we're actually putting our money in this system, this guy has, some kind of bad record. Have you taken time to ask that question? Nobody. He actually was arrested within this time frame. Now, before now, MMM was run, if you are based in Port Harcourt, before now, you might have heard what you call Omana. Have anybody heard something like that? Omana. MMM was actually run like that before. Then they had a central account. Now, everybody that is pledging brings their money to a particular point. So they have a building, it was run like a cooperative. So they pay all their money there, and at the end of the month, they disperse to each and every people that were assigned to get money. Are we following? So when the government realized that these people were wasting strong, in fact they were doing very well, they felt threatened. Because somebody that is very poor, that doesn't have money, all of a sudden, you see some huge amounts in his bank account. A student that prior to this time probably would have maybe 5,000 or 10,000 naira every month. Start having 100,000. People start wondering, even the bankers start wondering, what's happening? Why are these people having this much? What's the secret behind this? Are we following? So that was why the government felt threatened that if they leave these people, all the entire revenue in Russia will be in MMM. And they didn't want that. That was why they actually, interfered. They interfered, they confiscated the money, they got him arrested. He was labeled several names. At the end of the day, he was jailed. But then, the guy didn't give up. Within this time frame, he was jailed. But after that, he came out again, vied for Russian parliament, and he grew in strength. Are we following? So, next slide. All right, what's our goal? In MMM, our goal is to create a free financial system where money will no longer be an issue and to eradicate the unjust financial system. The goal here is not the money, it's financial freedom. We help millions to make money. MMM is not a company. It's like a platform where we integrate people together. People that are providing help and people that are getting help. It's just like a website, it's, you don't pay money to anybody or you don't pay money to MMM. Rather, any amount you pay, you're paying it to somebody that requires help. Are we following? Are we making progress? So don't see MMM like a company. Some people say, if I invest this amount of money, at the end of the month, I'm going to get 30% interest. You're not investing. You're rendering help with a reward for helping somebody. That's how we target. Are we following? You're not actually investing. You're rendering help to somebody that needs money with a reward for helping somebody. Now that money that the bank will get for helping you, you're getting it now for helping somebody. As somebody is smiling, you're smiling as well. You see the beauty about it. All right, let's proceed. How does this system work? Just like I told you, it's a revolving circle. You give this person give this person, this person give this person. At every point in time, we're all happy. Now, as long as there are a lot of people in the queue, because whenever you make a pledge to provide help, you are placed in a queue. Another person makes a pledge, the person is placed in a queue, continually like that. So, as long as there are a lot of people in the queue willing to provide help, the system is sufficient and strong enough to pay everybody. Are we following? When MMM started, it started in November in Nigeria. MMM Nigeria started in November. I joined MMM January. Then we celebrated, when we were 3,000, we celebrated, wow, so this thing is really working. The first time I saw somebody pledge 100,000 naira, I was like, wow, so maybe we can put this amount. I started with 20,000 on the 12th of January 2016. I pledged, it was to my colleague in the office that she introduced me. I made a pledge, 20,000 on the 12th, and I left it. After 1 week, I asked her, how far is this enough for me? She said, no, I should just chill. I waited first week, second week. On the third week, I think my order came out on the 11th of the following month, which is almost 30 days. So my thought was, the interest will start reading, or probably I'm going to get my money from when I paid. Like, if the 11th of February came out, if I paid at 11th, we'll now start counting 30 days. She told me no. The interest actually started counting the day you pledged, and not the day you paid. So, if you took your order, just like my own, I did on the 12th, and my own came out on the 11th. I paid at 11th and uploaded my payment proof. The following day, which made it 12 exactly, I requested for help. I started with 20,000 naira and I was given, I was paid directly to my account 30,000 naira. Are you following? So it was, I was very surprised. I'm like, wow, so this thing can really work, And from then, I, took it up. I pledged as many as 10 times. Sorry, for the people that have pledged, have you pledged up to 10 times?
As in every month?
Yes. continually pledge. All of them just piled up. 10.
Mine is 5.
5. Now, there's some things in MMM I learned from personal experience. It was during my pledge that I realized that you cannot pledge more than 10 times. You cannot. Each pledge, even if it's 1 naira, even if it's 1,000, once you pledge 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, once you get to the 10th one, 11th you can't. So you have to clear one for another person to continue. So at every point in time, it's actually 10 that your people can accommodate. Okay. So I got my money and I was very interested. And I started telling people, especially my close seconds. I started telling them one after the other. Gradually, they all joined. As I am today, right now, I'm proud to tell you, I'm a guy in MMM. That's actually why I'm actually conveying this seminar. Because without that, I wouldn't have the requisite skills and knowledge to, proceed. So, if you are a new person in this system, you don't have anything to fear. You don't have anything to bother. If you just pledge and you've not got your money, don't bother. The system is very, very, very robust and reliable and rugged to pay everybody. When we started, we were barely 2,000 plus, but right now MMM is 120,000. Imagine from November to July, 120,000 people already. Now, and the number is growing exponentially. Every one person that comes in brings in like 3, 4 people. You're not bringing those people because you just want their referral bonus. No. You're bringing those people because me, I get excited when people join MMM, even if I was the person that referred you. I'm bringing it because you join the queue and you'll be willing to help other people. Just like I said earlier, if we have more people in the system is very what? It's very what? It's very what? So are we following? Do you have any conflicting thing that we need to understand or anything that we've said so far that need clarification? Hello? Are we actually communicating? Yeah. Are we following? All right, let's proceed. So in MMM, we have 2 active buttons or 2 active functions. You have to. Okay, sorry, just. All right. Okay, just ask.
Yeah, my question is, I've gone to make some research about MMM, and the maximum amount that I've pledged is about 2.2. So like you have said, that you can pledge up to 10 times. So this 2.2 M, does it mean that if I want to pledge like the maximum amount which is 2.2 I can pledge like 2.2 and 10 times?
No.
Or does the 10 times go amount?
10 times was fall between these 2.2. You can pledge to 200,000 up to 10, which gives you 2 million naira, or probably 210,000. It gives you 2.2. But everything just has to fall in between. All right, are we following? All right, so in MMM we have 2 active buttons. We have the provide help and we get help. The provide help is used when you want to donate money. It is the starting point. It gives birth to the reward, to your reward, GH. It showcases the power of giving. So once you sign up with the system and they create an account for you, it's called personal office. Are we following? You upload your bank details because in MMM, every transaction goes through the bank. Nobody's giving you physical cash. And to a great extent, most of the people you are dealing with, you just have to deal with them solely based on trust and honesty because most of them, you won't see them. They cost across different states in Nigeria. You can be assigned to pay somebody that's in Abuja, that's in Sokoto, that's in Maiduguri. Are you following? So, in MMM, what we just need is your trust. So, once you sign up and you have indicated your willingness to pledge help, you click on the provide help button. Now, at the end of the month, 30 days, and you want to get your help, you click on what? Get help. All right, let's proceed.
at the end of the 30 days you did not pay, what happens for guests?
MMM runs a 30 days life cycle. You understand? Because if you don't get your money, somebody else won't have the opportunity to provide that. If you're the last person in this queue and you don't leave, the line will not move. You get? So it runs. Yes. You must get your help. Because if you leave it to accumulate, you make it an investment.
Okay.
And which is actually not an investment. Are we following? All right.
The issue is, if by any circumstance you fail to pay the guest help,
what kind of circumstances will warrant you to fail to click to get help? Is it that your network is bad or what?
Somebody is out of coverage.
Okay, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. But then, like I told you, in as much as you emphasize on circumstances, some people might want to take advantage of that circumstances and abuse the system. Because there were times they actually implemented a clause. If you leave your money above 35 days, the money starts dropping. Are you following? If you leave it above 35 days, so they give you a lifeline of 5 days, so that circumstances must fall in between that 5 days. If you leave it beyond that, your money starts dropping. They implemented it. And they do. I've actually not left my money beyond 30 days because I need it. Are you following? And I want the line or the queue to move forward. I'll be willing to see people that I actually invite or recommended MMM to get help, not just providing help alone. But if I fail to get my help, I'm actually very delaying somebody. Are we following? All right. So once you register and you click on the provide help button, you specify the amount of money you're willing to provide. It can be 10,000, it can be 20,000, it can be 100, it can be ₦1 million, it can be 2.2 million naira, which is the maximum you can go. You specify it, you select the bank that you uploaded, it will be registered for you. Are you following? Now, once it does that, the system will credit you with what we call Mavro. Mavro is the internal currency of MMM. It is what you buy when you pledge to donate. And we start growing from that moment and at the rate of 30% per month. The calculation of reward occurs twice in a week, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now for older participants, once you provide help to somebody, and if I want somebody to answer this question, if you provide help to somebody and it has gone beyond 14 days, what happens to your Mavro? If you provide it to somebody and it's after that 14 days diffusion time and the person has confirmed you, what happens to your Mavros?
You already have the 30%.
You know, you indicated interest to provide help, and after a while, let's say 14 days, you are matched to a participant and you paid the money.
It's confirmed.
And the person confirmed you. What happens to your Mavros? It turns green. Now, that green is an indication that it's available for what?
Withdrawal.
You can actually withdraw it after that 14 days. But it won't give you 30%.
Yes.
You understand me? It will give you the percentage that it has stayed from when you pledged. So from that first day you pledged to the 14th or the 15th day, it will give you 15%. But like you said, MMM runs on a 30 days life cycle. So you have to wait for it from that 14th that it was confirmed to the end of your 30 days for you to click on get help. And once you do that, automatically you will be assigned to somebody that is going to pay you that money. And it's paying it directly to your account. Are you following? So while you made a pledge, the system will credit your PO with what we call Mavro. Now, the Mavro is like an online money. So while your money is still in your pocket, you've not paid that money, your Mavro has started growing. You understand? And it increases at the rate, on the calculation of reward, is added on Tuesdays and Thursdays. What that thing actually means that for once you made a pledge and it gives you 20, let's say for instance you pledge 20,000 naira, you'll be credited to your account 20,000 worth Mavros. Now every Tuesday and Thursday, let's say for instance on Tuesday, the interest of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, if it's 1%, obviously it's 1%, they add all of them on Tuesday. Are we following? Now on Thursday, the interest of Wednesday and Thursday, you get it on Thursday.
What you say? If you said when you create an account, they will credit you with Mavro.
Yeah.
Then the Mavro start growing even while you've not paid the money to them.
Yes.
Then what is the time frame for you to pay the money?
Okay, in MMM, before now, I would have actually comfortably tell you 2 weeks. Before now, I would have told you 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, you'll be matched with somebody. But recent happenings right now have actually let me know that you can be assigned the following day.
The same day.
Or even that same day.
Yeah.
You can pledge today. Before you refresh your browser, they've assigned it to somebody. So that's why it's good for you to pledge with what you have. Pledge with your spare money. Don't pledge with your salary that you're expecting at the end of the month. Money is not the end of the month. Are you following?
Yeah.
So always start with your spare money. I know people's spare money vary depending on their pocket. Your spare money can be 1,000. Another person's spare money can be 100,000. But then the emphasis I was pledged with your what's spare money. All right, so that's for Mavro. Once it gets credited, it starts growing. Now, every PH in MMM, confirmed or unconfirmed, is always frozen for 14 days. Now, what that thing means is that once you indicate your interest to provide help, and it has been registered for you, within 14 days, you cannot withdraw or get help. You have to leave it for 14 days. Incubation day, that 14 days. You just leave it to grow. So within that 14 days, the interest for that 14 days will be added instantly. Have you observed that once you made a pledge or make a pledge of let's say 20K, your Mavro is not exactly 20,000. It's like 22,000 something. So the 14 days interest has been added once. Do you understand me? We just let it to grow. So after 14 days, it will start growing gradually. Start growing, and when you observe the growth, it's on your Tuesday and Thursday. Are we following? Now, frozen here means you must not get help or make withdrawal within the assigned days for you to be fully eligibly earn the reward and bonus. Also know that the bonus will not be confirmed until you get an order on your main PH order and it gets confirmed. So while you made a pledge, you assign a bonus depending on the amount that you pledged. For now, from 15,000 and above, though we'll get to that, you get a bonus. But while your 30% interest is still growing, your bonus too will still be frozen. So it is when you make a payment that you are eligible to get the bonus. Are we following? Alright. So where does your Mavro come in? There's no interest rate in MMM. In MMM, after you donate money, you get rewarded with Mavros, just like I said. Mavro is an index of your tribute to the development of the community. This index, Mavro, grow at 30% per month. This growth rate of Mavro can be adjusted at any moment. The amount of Mavro and its growth rates can be decreased, increased, stopped, or cancelled. Now, MMM have the prerogative, or they can decide, just like I told you earlier, MMM is not a company. It's like a platform that is structured to serve as a gateway between people. People that are providing help and people that are getting help. So within themselves, they can look at a platform and, figure out that probably the people in the queue are not too plenty for us to still maintain that 30%. Let's reduce it. Why the number grow? If the number grow, we'll come back and adjust it. Are we following? So at every point in time, they can either decide to decrease or increase the mark growth. Is that clear? All right, so this is the life cycle, MMM 30% earning cycle. You provide help, you get help, and you provide help again. So in between your providing help and getting help, within that time frame, you are assigned to pay your money. Are we following? Is it very clear?
Yeah.
All right. So this is actually the 30% mathematical approach. The calculation on how this 30% is generated. Now, if you remember vividly, I told you that in MMM, they don't invest the money, rather they recycle money. Do you understand? They get this person 30%, they give it to this person. Once it gets to your turn, they take your 30% and give to this person continually. Now, for the sustainability of the system, everybody that gets his money is encouraged to pledge again. So once you pledge again, you encourage the system to grow. So because once you pledge, you move to the back. Another person's pledge, you move to the back. And mind you, as you're going, you're very excited that, wow, this system paid me 30%. No, I won't do this alone. Let me tell my friend. You might bring in like 3 people, 4 people. The line is growing. And this line is growing, which means there are a lot of people that are willing to provide help. As long as we have people in the queue greater than the people that are requesting for help, the system is very stable to pay everybody continually. I started since January, and I have never requested for money one day and I don't get the money. I have continually received my money, continually, every month. Are we following? All right. Okay, snap it. All right. So actually, this is exactly. I don't want us to go probably too detailed into this, but then we have 20 people that in the queue, or 20 people that have indicated interest to get help. Let me assume that this number has actually indicated interest to get help. And we have more than 20 in the queue.
To provide or to get?
No, they are in the queue already.
To provide.
They provided help.
Okay.
You understand me? Now, for you to pay this entire people, 20 times 100, you have 2,000 total PH in the queue. Now, for you to pay these people, all of them 30%, you need additional. Okay, 20. You get for the 30% to be paid, 600 naira has to be generated outside this place. So where do you get the money from? The 600 naira will not be gotten from here, because if you pay people based on the 30% interest, not everybody will get. So by the time you pay them 30%, we are short by how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you multiply 30%, 30 times, what's the number here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means 15 people. 15 times 100, 130, 15 times 100 is 1,950. So for you to pay this entire number, 600 naira has to be generated outside this queue. That is the essence of having more people in the queue. So once you have more people in the queue, you can comfortably pick their money, assign them 30% to these people. Are you following?
Yes.
So once you assign them 30%, all of them, they leave the queue. But they're not going.
Yeah.
They go back again. So as they pledge again, they are providing funds for these people that have supported them initially. That is just a pure ideology.
So the implication of what you're saying now is that if people don't come, if new person don't come,
The system will not be sustained. A time will come, you may not be able to pay everybody. But right now, the system is growing. In fact, it's growing exponentially. Do you understand? As at January, February, we're now up to 3,000. January. But as at July, MMA is 120,000. And then before the end of July, we might hit 130, 140. The calculation is that from now to December, we can't be anything less than 300,000. But you see the population of Nigeria.
of course, there's market.
The population of Nigeria, approximately 200 million.
Of course.
Approximately 200 million. We've actually not done the recent census. So you see that the potential for this system is enormous. If you're here now, you are opportune. In fact, you're in the right place at the right time. I joined January, and since then I've not looked back. And I'm so happy. If I see people that have actually, introducing this to the system, if I see the words of encouragement that comes from them, I'm fulfilled. And I keep doing further. I don't stop. Because the system has not disappointed me. As long as you participate safely, because there are rules and regulations. Now, as long as you abide by those rules, I tell you, you will definitely get your money every month. Are we following?
Excuse me. I have 2 questions. When you pledge for the first time, you have an initial bonus, provided you pledge up to a certain amount, 15,000 right now. Initially it was 11. Where does the bonus come from?
Is it from the calculation? Is it from this calculation? Do you understand? The system is actually automated. It's like a computer program that have inculcated the 30% and the bonus into it. So it's a clause or just a conditional statement. People that do programming and stuff like that. If you have 15,000 naira or above, give this person this. Are you following? In addition to his or her 30%. So if you have 20,000, it's still the same. It falls in between. It's still the same amount that you get.
So what happened? And the other question now is, in case you make a pledge, and like my first pledge, the order to provide the help did not come until 9 days. So, and from what I'm hearing now, you can be asked to even provide the help the same day. Supposing you're not able to meet up, I was given a 35 hours grace to do that, to provide that help.
8 hours actually the default time. Unless probably that was when you saw the time. That's when you logged in.
Okay.
48 hours is default time.
Okay, 48 hours is
Yes.
the default time. Meanwhile, I'm seeing this.
Evening, please.
No. The thing is that during weekends, it gives you 96 hours. So that it gives you enough time. People are now doing online banking, mobile banking. You have Saturday, in fact, once order comes out on Friday, it's 96 hours.
Yes.
So if you miss it out on Friday, on Saturday, Sunday, in fact, the 96 hours even covers some part of Tuesday. So if anything makes you're not able to make your payments on Monday, you definitely do it on Tuesday. Is that first? Before now, it used to be 48 hours.
So supposing you're not able to meet up, what happens?
They block your account. No, not forever. No, not forever, but
This is
they block
somebody
your
who
account.
has been meeting up.
The thing is that before entering the system, the rules and regulations is spelled out for you. You understand? You must pledge with what you have. You must pledge with your spare money. Don't pledge with something you cannot afford or you're expecting. Somebody has promised you that he wants to borrow you money, and you go and pledge with that money. And by the time you meet the person disappoints you and tell you what he wants. You get? So you have to pledge with your spare money. Money that is readily available.
Not by faith.
No, not by faith. Because faith will not prevent them from blocking you. You must definitely be blocked.
In case of eventuality, supposing there is a pause in the system, what happens?
A pause. Why would there be a pause?
From what I saw in that initial time, what
Yeah.
happened between that?
The public holiday.
No.
Okay.
From this, you even projected it. What happened
Okay.
between 2007 and 2011?
2000. Okay, during the time that he was arrested.
Yes. What happened?
Then it was running. They've actually not improved the system to what it is today.
Okay.
Do you understand me? Currently, there is no central account in MMM. Unlike then, there used to be a central account. So government, as at then, were able to interfere. They hold on the money. But currently, MMM is you and I. We're part of MMM. You're looking for MMM. Now, what's the look? Are you following? You can't lay hold on anything. It's just a system. You understand me? Just like I explained earlier, the system is a gateway that links up different people that are providing help, and people that are getting help. If you get help, you cross over to the other side, you turn back again, and join the system. You understand? So that is it. Now, MMM 30% crowdfunding approach, scenario 1. If we would all claim our life insurance on the same day or week, do you think the insurance company will be able to pay?
No way.
What do insurance people use for life cover? How can you pay 5,000 premium per month and get 1 million naira? The answer is simple: crowdfunding. Even the same bank use the same system. Now, MMM uses what's crowdfunding. Now, but the good thing about MMM is that they try to explain it to you that this is how this thing is being sustained. So, as you're participating in the system, you contribute your own quota to the sustainability of the system. Unlike the bank, you understand me, the bank that would just encourage you to bring your money into the system, they give you this impression that they are helping you, lending you money. But then there's a clause to it, which is that interest. Now, I've had an insurance company come meet me and present one of their package to me about life insurance. Now, every month you pledge, you pay 10,000 naira. Now, premium, I don't know what they call it. Every month you pay 10,000 naira. Now, when your family member dies, or probably each payment is for a particular person. Let's say, for instance, God will not allow that one of our parents, demise, and you'll be paying your 10,000. They're going to give 500,000 naira.